guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, another episode of the Blueprints Grand Heist Farm. So 2 days ago, we did the 17 currency run for the first time using a 4% REGAL to EXALT Trinket to see the profits. And the cool thing is, every time I make those videos, there's always people going to whisper me like, hey, try out this blueprint, try out the other one, and this one is way better than the one that you ran, and stuff like that, you know? And one guy gave me this blueprint, and this one is actually, if we take a look at it, it's 13 currency, then some unique map, Blight, Legion, or stuff like that, you know? So the other one had 17 currency, where you would say like, wait, this blueprint is actually worse, because the other one had 17 currency, and this one had 13. Like, why would you run those then instead, right? But the cool thing on that blueprint is, you have KARST and VINDERI in all 4 wings. That means double currency and also alert level reduction. So if you're gonna take a look at the blueprint, so I did run 10 of those the same way as we've done in the last video, right? I already ran them, so I do already have the final results. Still, I want to take the time and talk about this blueprint here. So if you're gonna take a look, this is like the original that you can like modify. It's not confirmed, so we don't gonna hit the confirm button yet. So as you see, we have VINDERI and KARST over here, over here, over here, and over here as well. So the cool thing is, like, VINDERI is like a double-edged sword, right? So in one hand, he will actually cause like duplicated currency drops, but he's also increasing the alert level, right? And what KARST is doing is globally reducing the alert level. So I think this is like the best pair that you can run, and you have those in all 4 wings, which is insane. There is just one thing that you have to pay attention. In this blueprint, you need VINDERI at level 3. And as you see, engineering level 2 plus 1. And that's why, since they had like a hot fix or another patch basically, like yesterday when I talked about that you now can even fossil craft the blueprints with the fractured fossil and stuff like that, which will be better than the split beast just because it's way less investment, right? And there are some tricks to actually make those for non-reflect maps and stuff like that. Going to talk about that in a little bit. So what I'm going to talk about is the upgrades that I've done to the masters. So Bax did state that the brooches here do not work as intended right now. It says heist chests have 15% chance to duplicate contained currency, which I have on every single master here has a 15% duplicate currency, right? So it stated that it doesn't work properly, right? A viewer told me that this 15% will only work for one single currency drop in the entire chest if it's a currency chest, right? I don't know if this is true or if it's not working at all. I just know that Beck stated it's not working as intended. So all of these 15% currency will be patched in a future patch, hopefully pretty soon. So we're gonna have even more profit out of that, right? But what I want to talk about is, remember when I said in the last video that I'm running the T1 reduced raising of alert level and the T1, what was it? Chance to not generate alert level, right? I swapped all of my masters here. At least in this blueprint, you only need 4 masters, right? You need KARST, VINDERI, then you have, I think, Tips and Gianna. Those are the 4 masters that you're gonna run. So you just need those plus 1s on only of those 4s, right? And what I'm talking about is the plus level to all jobs, which is now finally, after the patch, increasing the heist perk. So if I remove that one, you see KARST has 40% less raising of alert level. If I get in the plus 1, it has 45%. And this also happens for VINDERI. So instead of like 30% chance, 20% chance to duplicate, he has now 23% chance to duplicate, right? There are some like kind of mirror tier equipments that have like plus level to jobs and plus level of like demolition and stuff like that, so you can get this up to like level 8 or 9 or whatever, you know, which makes him faster at working, and also the chance or like the heist perk. But this is something like I literally just took like I think it was like 150 chaos, and I just spammed on all of those for the plus level to all jobs. It is actually enough if you just have 1 level of the main job, or at least at VINDERI on this blueprint you need him to be level 3 on engineering, so you need the plus 1 engineering basically on VINDERI, so you can actually get him over there as well. And then you have this insane combination with 4 times KARST and 4 times VINDERI, which is quite insane. So I don't want to confirm this blueprint because I need this one to throw even more fractured fossils on there. So this is the new blueprint, and it has a little bit better layout though, because remember when you actually unveil these, you always have this escape path, right? And there is like, the escape paths are like pretty close, on like 4 wings, I think they're like super close to the end here, so it's not really too risky to actually run that. Good, so we talked about the blueprint, we talked about the upgrades on the plus level of the dudes, and yeah, this time around, we have 10 grand heists by Fanakk, and Fanakk is actually a super supporter. He hooked me up with a bunch of like fractured fossils to keep those videos going, so I have more maps that I can produce to run those, so I really appreciate that at this point. So let's take a look at the blueprint cost. It is basically for free in that regard, because I do have my copy here, right? You just need to split beast, it's a one-time investment, and you have that, and then you can just multiply it yourself over and over again. So that's why we have the fractured fossil cost that I paid like 150 per, and then I crafted basically my blueprints with a 3-socket resonator using the fractured fossil. Then I throw in a dense fossil, which has more, no wait, dense fossil here, no life modifiers, right? So this will remove the chance of getting the no regen modifier. And I also put in, as a 3rd socket, I put in the corroded fossil, and the corroded fossil will make that there is no elemental reflect, because I think you cannot roll any elemental modifiers, right? So using that, spending that extra 6 or let's say 9 chaos will guarantee that you're not going to run into LA reflect and no regen, which is essential for my build, you know? All the other mods, I don't really care about those, but this is like... So one blueprint, one of those, running those with the 4 wings, was about 159 chaos. So I would like, for a comparison, get up the other one that we ran yesterday with a 17 currency, or 2 days ago. It was this one, right? So we basically spent 1,700 chaos in the initial cost, and on the new one with the fractured fossils, we only spent 1,500, right? So we're already saving like 200 chaos here on that part, with just like having like 9. Wait, it should actually be different. Why did I have the phenomenal beast, 10 split beasts? Wait, there is something wrong. 10 split beasts, that should be 2,400. Wait. Did I do something wrong yesterday? Doesn't really matter. It is just a lot more cheaper. So you have the comparison of the 240 chaos split piece, which might be different today on the price. But now we're spending 150, so it's 90 chaos per run that we pay less, or 80 chaos if you turn in the fractured and corroded as well. Anyways, so that means we have a total investment of 25 exalts with today's exalt exchange ratio of 1 to 62. Exalt price in 2 chaos higher. And yeah, in the total, we made 9,056 chaos, which is about a 146 exalted orbs profit. And if you're wondering how the fuck did you get so much currency, I had 2 exalt trinkets, you know, like the one that are being big money, right? These 2 here. So we have one with 4% regal to exalt and one with 3% regal to exalt, and these boys go for a shit ton. So this one is the 4% one, and they are currently going like, these are price fixers, the first 2 or 3. So there's like 90 exalts on the 4% right now, and we're talking about, I think, 23 exalts on the 3%. Obviously, I cannot take this into account because the chance of finding one of those is extremely rare. We're talking about maybe 1 in like 200 or 300 blueprints. You have a chance of hitting one of those. And for some reason, I've been running 50 and I found 3 exalt trinkets. 2 with 3% for 25 each or so, and then today we also found one with 4% that's going to sell for like maybe 85, 90, 95, depending on how, yeah, people want to like to have my trinket, right? But yeah, obviously, we're not going to calculate the trinkets in, so we're going to set this to 0, so we are not faking the end result. So we basically have 25 exalts investment, and we made like 20 exalts just with flat exalt drops and the exalted shards. And I'm telling you, there is shit tons of exalted shards dropping, especially since we run 4 times VINDERI now, right? So only these, like, only the currency here that I found with the fusings, regrets, chisels, whatever, was already profit, you know? I was like 10 exalts or 15 exalts up in currency just with this one. That just doesn't calculate in the scarabs and fragments, whatever we find, divination cards that we got, then essences, not too many fossils we do have, since we have a fossil loot chest as well. maps, I did do a little bit different. So I vendored all the low and yellow tier maps. I did not calculate those in. Just a bunch of like tier 11 to 13 for like 2 chaos a piece, and then the tier 14 plus for like 4 chaos a piece. Then we have like shit tons of like cluster jewels since we have delirium as well. But there was only one here with 8 passives, 12% increased chaos damage. They're all item level 83. So I think that one will sell for like 10 chaos. The rest was not really worth price checking. Same with the trinkets. They are all pretty much garbage. I did not actually bother checking any of those. So I think we do it the same way as we did yesterday. We're just gonna take 15 and vendor all of them. And we, wait, I need to make sure that my EXALT are here. Okay, good. So the good thing is with like vendoring the crap ones means that we have technically a chance to get another 3% like regal to EXALT, right? So 3 to 1 go. I just hope that I'm like shocked here, right? 4% regal EXALT, 3%. Okay, so this one is shit. Then we have Orbs is regrets is shit, and then we have 4% chance for Alchemy, no. So that's garbage. Hey, wait, we have 2 more, ladies and gentlemen. Sell. This is it, boys. This is it. Regal to EXALT. Augments for regals. Well, close enough. So these are shit. You can sell 5 and get 1 back. Here we have 2 that might sell. This is like Regal to Annulment, and we have Transmutes to Chaos and Alterations to Chaos. They might sell for a couple Chaos. I don't know. I have not priced, or these are not into my calculations, right? Then we have shit tons of oils that I calculated. I got 2 nurse cards out of the divination chest. It was actually 1 nurse card, but, you know, VINDERI said, you know what, take another one. Then, yeah. Then I had 108 stack decks. They are calculated in this here, right? But obviously, as you know me, I calculated them and then I opened them, like obviously, right? And I actually got a brother stash out of that, so that is even more profit here, right? But these brother stash, the 5 exalts, are not into my final calculation. It's just some extra profit afterwards, right? Then we have like shit tons of like delirium orbs that's selling for quite a lot. I think it's like 250 is like 4 exalts, 4.5 exalts, somewhere at that point, just from the delirium orbs itself. And this is single price, okay? This does not calculate in that I have actually shit tons of orbs. And if I take a look at my, what is it, like my delirium something, wait a second. Like all of these orbs, I have like 70 or 80 orbs already, right? And I'm definitely gonna find somebody that just wants to buy all of them for like a good price, and I'm going to make even more currency out of that, right? So all we think about, all the price checks that I'm doing here is a single buyout. Like, for example, Shattering Fossil, I think is like 1 is like 3 chaos. Now it's 4 in my calculation, 3, whatever. So bulk price will always bring more profit even like on that part, right? So we had like 3 infused beachheads, like 20 chaos a piece, and then we have like a couple normal beachheads. Those are like kind of like enchanted or synthesized bases. I did not calculate those. And then a couple of blight maps as well. And in the end, we made like 33 exalts in a matter of like 3.5 hours, taking into account that one blueprint is about 20 minutes of farming. So that's about 2050 chaos, which is roughly 9 to 10 exalts, like 9.5 exalts per hour farmed, just like the easy way. It is really cool to run. I'm like when I do this on stream, I always feel a little bit stupid because like people going in and I'm like dropping an exalt like every 5 minutes or so, and you know, and then you have like double nurse drop and people are like, hey, this league probably not that shit as I thought. It's actually printing currency, and that's definitely what this is for, right? So yesterday I think we had like 25 exalts profit in 3.5 hours. Today we have 33 exalts profit in like at 3.5 hours, not counting in obviously the 2 trinkets that will sell for over 100 exalts combined. So I probably like, if I continue farming like for another 2 or 3 hours, I could definitely say, dude, today I actually farmed the mirror. And this is what I'm going to do right now. So after this video, I'm just going to buy more fractured fossils with the outcome of these of this grinding session here, right? And we're gonna duplicate this more and more, and we're just gonna print currency and buy all the items that I ever wanted to have in this entire game, I think. So yeah, definitely can recommend. Maybe somebody else is coming along and says like, dude, you think your blueprint is sick? Dude, mine is the absolute king, and we're probably gonna find even better ones. But it's going to be hard to top this with 4 times VINDERI and KARST on 13 currency chests. And don't forget, Blight has always the chance to drop the Call of the Brotherhood. No, not Call of the Brotherhood, Badge of the Brotherhood that is going for like 50 exalts right now, and other things like that. So yeah, guys, can definitely recommend. I'm going to keep on farming, and I'm just going to make currency like there is no tomorrow, right? Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.